Okay, so I've just been showing my friend Mr Bushido here, Robocraft. Sucked him into it already, and he's built this, and we're gonna have it out. So Matt is gonna christen this on the battlefield. Oh, got some tier 4s. Tier 4s in there, man. Nice. Nice, look at this guy, tier 1. Lovely.
He's my first kill.
Nah, he'll probably just have a massive railgun, a tiny chassis, and he'll be the last man on the map. I mean, that hunk of crap I made before was tier 4, wasn't it? And that was just useless.
I'm going to stick behind plasma cannon guy.
Let's destroy all. Don't forget to keep an eye on the minimap. And parking still for too long isn't advised unless you're well out of range.
Oh, right.
Oh no, you found the spot. Get out, lovely.
Not good.
As soon as you got stuck, you should have looked around to see what you could shoot and then get out. Alright, let's have this one again. Try. Instead of hunting stuff down, try and make your way to the control point, yeah, and find a nice route. There's a couple, like each map has a couple of different ways of going, and try and avoid the big open kind of death bowl in the middle. See if you can get on the CP. If you get on the CP, the longer you're on the control point, if you then win, you get like a big bonus. I think actually you might even get a control point bonus just for the time spent on the control point, and they'll add up to like these multipliers and stuff that you get. You just click on the screen. Yeah.
It's not a touch screen.
No, it's not a touch screen. Well, how was that? You felt that handled okay?
Yeah, it's alright. For a first go. It's obviously got flaws.
They all have. But you just want a tiny black cube with a railgun, and on those little roller balls that you have on mice, powered by something.
That'd be cool.
Like,
what start getting them?
Just hit B. Or you just destroyed something.
I think so, yeah.
There we go, we've got all tier 3 and 1 tier 2, so much more level playing field. That's nice, little flying tank.
Doesn't tear very well.
No, and the thing is as well, you're used to a 360 pad as opposed to handling a keyboard and mouse. So you probably haven't got the same level of coordination that you'd have playing a game that you're familiar to, you know, the joypad.
Yeah, the back. Or
like for me, when I was in yours and I was trying to play like that GTA game, and I hadn't played that for years, and I probably hadn't touched the console pad in probably about a year and a half. So that was really difficult for me just to get back into the fact that it felt where the controls were felt wrong. It felt like I was using the wrong hand to do certain controls. Very weird.
Okay, I'm sneaking up on this old base.
Go for it. Just remember when you get to the base, keep your eye out. You've still got radar, but there are radar jammers, remember, so...
I think my hover tank mate's already there.
Yeah, excellent. Excellent, yeah, he's almost got a full bar of red, and obviously the more of you that are on there at the time, the faster it goes up. In fact, there's only one red oh no! Yeah, there's only one red player left, so I don't think you've got too much to worry about. It's basically like what, you've only lost one guy off your team and the rest of their team is dead except for Uzi.
I bet he's that guy that, oh, he's gone.
Nice. What an excellent way to win. Did you actually fire on anyone?
No.
Awesome.
I just...
No kill streak then?
No.
Brilliant. Oh, look at that. 6 tech points. First victory bonus as well. Nice.
I just inspired my team to victory by being there.
Yeah, absolutely awesome. Right, give us a go at your tank. Okay. See how good this is. Right, so oh great, I get the tier 4s and fucking, oh, oops.
There's a tier 1 in there though, you can kick his ass.
I will. Or at least I'll strongly object to being destroyed. Oh, okay. I do enjoy your skull motif, that's fantastic. Okay, now I'm gonna let them see if there's a new brush. Oh, nice. Lots of flyers circling a boot. That's it, he knows when to join in. He's not soft. And what you'll see is a load of the rail snipers will like gather on the verges, but the plasma tanks know that from the enemy and they're launching them from miles away. If we had plasmas, we'd already be in the game. It's fairly empty. Well, we managed to fix the drive and it handles a lot nicer, doesn't it? What have we got? We're coming up to some people here. Oh, he's got some good armour. Eject. Rock! Dodge the rock! We've got no wheels. And it's death time. Let's stop spinning wildly and maybe get a shot on him, please. Thank you, 1 shot. Yay! Victorious.
That's also like what I was going for, you know, just a like sort of frame thing.
Yeah. That's nice.
Oh, that's nice.
That's awesome, isn't it? What the fuck, Pwn Elf? Nice. Nice username there. Okay, let's get out of there.
That hover one was good. It was like surviving on like just a couple of hovers left.
Okay. you've actually got a load of... you knew what those things stood for, didn't you? The CPU and the P-flops.
I know what P-flops, petaflops are.
Petaflops. Awesome.
Petaflops is a storage unit, isn't it?
Is it? Oh, right.
It's what you measure servers in and stuff, how many petaflops it has.
It is me, the web nerd, not knowing the fucking jargon. Awesome, awesome, love that. Love that. Yeah, well, you've got some left to spend, so what do you reckon we replace some of that with if I got any higher tier stuff on? I mean, I reckon we could at least... That gives that a bit of front protection, doesn't it? We've got none of them left. We've got none of them left. Nope. If we put any of this on, it's going to throw you up into the next tier, isn't it? So... I've got 8 of those. Oops. Oh, we've only got 3 of these left. Right, in that case, we want to have the better gun, don't we, with them? Not that I'm actually, because if that one gets blown off, that will take both of them out, won't it? Or will it? Was I doing crazy thinking there? I thought that was free floating. Silly me. Reckon, maybe. See if that
Still tier 3, yeah.
Still tier 3, yeah. If I'd have chucked any of the cubes I had left that weren't white, were either just heavier cubes with the same armour, the grey ones, or much higher than the orange, and probably with your full set of weapons on there, that might have thrown me into the next tier. What have we got? Yeah, see the way he is odd. He's probably just upgrading blocks where he can. Or he's got some internal thing covered up with it. I'd love to see this design, but with plasma on it. Because I feel like
it underpowered.
Well, it's the kind of thing where you've got to get in close, and unfortunately, that's it, shoot at them guys. Ooh, don't want to come too close out. We've got more guys joining us. Nice. Okay. See ya. See ya. Say hello to death, courtesy of Mr Bushido. Awesome. I like it. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Those couple of red blips left on the map are being surrounded by blue, and we're going to be on the control point. first or second dependent. No, he's beat us to it. It's already started the timer rolling, but we'll be next. Oh no! And reverse and hit the control point. Nearly fudged that. Beast. Guys over there somewhere. Well played for the team. Awesome. Nicely done.
It's just like Lego with lasers.
Yeah, is right. Okay, so we've got Matt back on the helm. Bushido in it up. Bit of a mix. What's funny is that I haven't experienced it yet, but I believe tier 10 and 9 are even worse than the spread you get here, because you get the people who are just going into tier 10 who haven't got much kit against people that have got behemoths of stuff, like just pure the highest tech of everything maxed out. Pleasant. Don't forget to scan the skies every now and then for the flies. With the wheelbase you've got, if you're not going too fast, you can just roll down then. If you hit it at speed though, you've got a good chance of just flipping over. So what do you reckon? I've never played World of Tanks. What do you reckon to how this stands up to it?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Is it essentially the same gameplay?
Yeah, it's
without
just you've got
crafting
panzers and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, there's someone behind me.
He's just got a nice armor, it'll take a while. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. That's nice. As I was talking about, has he just panned down? Has he got a railgun? Or no, he's got a plasma. So he's got a little plasma balloon. Tiny railgun sniper. See as well, you've got to remember, you've got to balance out the different things. So obviously he's going for a really small hit target rather than a big spread of armour to cover all the weapons that he's got. And he's just sticking to, you know, sniping the edge of the map and stuff.
A nice little spin round there, I don't think he meant it though.
Well, I think it counts if you handle, because there's sometimes when you've got to decide how far you let it go before you jump back in on the controls as to whether you fudge stuff or not. I think if you right click or something, you'll switch to like the next vehicle. Yeah, you can swap around and have a look and see. But that's nice. See the railgun. When he fires that, if you watch it, you'll just see like a mass amount of recoil but then wobbles it for ages before he can line it up on something else. And what's weird is the hovers are meant to have been changed so that they're not effective, they're too high off the ground. So, but he had them there. Now, has he just got them there because he's used to building it that way, or do they still have effective manoeuvring control at that height?
He's got 1 kill.
You could do that. Do you fancy a rail snipe? Hot air balloon?
But he just hit that guy anyway, so...
Yeah, but see how long he's got a... He's good, he's got a nice little rig there, because he's got a... What's his name?
Rikuya. He's the only one left on our team.
Well, as long as he can see our control point, he could presumably... Has he got enough... No, he's not going to have enough time to take these 2 guys both out. Surely not. He's weighing up that shot, isn't he? Oh, unlucky. Unlucky fella. We had high hopes for you. Never mind. You fancy you go with a sniper rig? Wheeled or flying?
Your choice.
We'll tell you what, we'll do wheeled first to let you get used to the railgun, and it's also nice and quick to build, so... Right. Let's have a look at this. Okay, and I'll be super nice and keep that for now. In full control. Let's see. Oh, tier 2. That's a shame. Right, look for tier 2. You prefer front wheel steering, don't you?
Yeah.
I like it from behind. Just saying. Oh, that's a point. I'm just going to nick your driving seat, hope you don't mind. Crap. To the right. Let's see. Still tier 2. No, because that won't accept that and that. Oh, what the hey, we've racked up some points playing. So
Sweet.
of course it makes more sense anyway. Still tier 2. And of course we must remember to get rid of the idiot stick. No one wants to port in with that bad boy. Oops. Don't want to cut it off too much because you want to have a good spread.
Big fat ass on it.
Oh yeah. Well, it's at the minute it's reasonably front heavy with the bumper and the 2 guns on there. I suppose I don't know. It might balance out with that column and the big heavy gun, but either way, that's probably going to be a blind side. So why not have a bit of cover? And this way, from the back, you look like a tank of death. So you're in disguise. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Because what would be nice is you could just have that look like a wall, and then somebody might just decide to come and graffiti it, and you could spin round and railgun them to death. Awesome. Yeah, we're still comfortably in there. Oops. And why not? There's not much finesse to it, but why add the extra weight if you don't need it? Right, the way the railguns work, they've just changed it so that you won't miss the firepower they used to have, because you never had it, right? But you'll have the benefit of the way they charge up. The first gun takes longer to charge up, but once it's charged, it charges the other ones really fast. But you can't fire it until they've charged up. So for a bit you've got no guns, and then you've got all your guns. Which in a way is good, because it kind of balances out having, if you have one heavy gun, like, and you've just trimmed down to that one gun and they're in the lower tier, it means it takes ages for you to charge up in between shots. And it also means when you're in one of those balloons and have got recoil, it doesn't matter anyway that you're swimming around for a minute or two, because you can't fire the gun anyway. Alright, want to go and have a go at railguns?
Yeah.
You've got a much nicer scope on it.
No radar though.
Oh, we forgot radar. Oh, you know what? You really... I built plenty of room to stick the addition of a radar dish and a receiver, because really that was helpful.
Got some hits there.
If you want to find yourself a nice ledge to park up in. To be honest though, when I'm using the railguns and I'm sniping, I always forget to check the minimap and make sure nothing's just sneaking up on me. Or to spot the targets that I think I rely too much on just wasn't it?
Was?
Oh, that's nice. Zoom out a bit. There you go. That was a nice little gunship. See, they've all got...
They're nice tier 2 things, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, I tell you what, right? I've made a plane, right? And it's... it was beautifully balanced, right? First of all, let's see if you do any better with some guidance. So stick a radar jammer, a radar and a radar receiver on it, and see if that gives you some forewarning of what's going on. You can always take the one off your garage if you want to, or stick the bigger one on. So put it behind cover, yeah.
Won't go there, won't it?
No, just stick it there. It's nice, it's got some cover from behind. I'll go in the middle, in front of the driver's seat, between the two guns. No, just chuck it up. Do you know where you can stick it? You can stick it underneath the vehicle and it doesn't really affect the driving too much.
Okay.
Stick it near the back, because you don't want it in your steering end in case it does affect it at all.
I love that.
Oh no, actually, yeah, whichever, yeah, because tackle track. I'll just put it on the back here. Sorted. Just the round sort of robot head looking thing. That's a receiver. Now
You know what?
that might take you over. Like that. Press G.
Yeah.
Yeah, take
Get
you
that
over.
off.
Yeah. Okay, just check again in case either of those are taking you over. No, that's out.
good.
Do you want to take the one off your tank? You're in bay 4. Go to 4. That's it. Load the robot. Okay, and just lob that off the back and see if you can stick it on there, yeah. It's just G to go back out. And then bay 5. And G to see if you've gone over. Oh, it takes you over. You could always lose the jammer and then have the extended mini-map, or have the small radar and the possibility of being able to jam some of them. It's probably handy to have the jammer if you're sniping, isn't it?
I've got the jammer. That would do, won't it?
Yeah, radar and the jammer.
No cosmetics?
No. You can stick headlights on it if you want, but I always feel that headlights is just like a big massive look at me. And then you get shot lots when people do that.
Okay.
Do you press P then?
Yeah, just
you're in practice. Oh, getting used to it. What a sensible idea. Why not just build a massive thing and then see what happens on the battle?
Oh, nothing's... So that's...
This has got to charge up, and then that's your first weapon charge in here, right? Okay. Now it takes ages to do the first one, and then the second two. And then you've got to charge up again.
Right. Got anything left?
There you go, you can have a swig of that.
Refreshing.
That cool, refreshing drink. I like these. Does Tanks of War have the same kind of speedy gameplay where you're just in and out of a session dead quick?
Yeah, it's the same thing where, like, if you die, you can just come straight out and you still get the points while the battle goes on.
Right. I don't know, I might have. That's another free to play, isn't it? I might have a look at that.
That's worth having a go.
And you reckon you've not had to spend anything? It doesn't really. No,
I don't know if the online's different.
It's not pay to win.
No.
Oh, you've got it on Gamebox, haven't you?
Yeah, it's free on Xbox.
I don't know, I think I've got Warfare covered with this game pretty much. I'd rather be getting cubes in this than starting to develop to just have tech trees for different kinds of tanks you can get.
Yeah.
Can you upgrade the tanks themselves?
Yeah. Charge off.
Pull right back. It's a pain. Did that plane just come straight to you? Are you quite close? Yeah, you're quite close to your thing. Right. Come back round. Right? Because you're going into you're heading into a big open spot.
There's some guy coming up this way as well.
Around there, yeah. Okay, park up. Let's just check your radar. Right, turn around, see that guy. There's a guy heading for your control point. He's penned in by 3 guys. You've got 2 though, sneaking up the way you were gonna head. Now just hang back and wait for them.
Oh, hold on.
That's them. That's it. Oh, move. It's good job you had your back to him.
Oh, lost a wheel.
Oh, nice. It's really hard because you can't do anything in that situation, can you? Do you want me to? I'm not very good at it, but if you want, I can try and at least give you an idea of the play style.
That's weird.
That's nice.
That we won though.
Oh,
see, I inspired him again.
Yeah. Right, well, I reckon like you deserve to have a decent build where we can throw some stuff at it. But that means I'm going to have to destroy something or spend a huge amount of points, right? And I don't want to spend a huge amount of points because I'll end up going into my game credits because we haven't racked up enough free points. But I'm not going to bin off my first little plane a minute.
Just destroy that one I did before.
No, because that hasn't got enough cubes in it for what we want, right? And I have the cubes. We have the power, right?
Where are you going to build a death cube?
No, I'm going to let you have a first look at a plane that was super sweet, right? It was super sweet. I'm going to stuck guns on it and it all went to shit.
Get it.
Yeah, it just kind of, it went wrong, let's say. We'll check this out. Oops. Oopsie. Shouldn't have dropped them. Never mind. Okay. Right. What am I pressing? Okay. Yeah, so started there with that. Do you want a little go of flying that? Or
yeah, go on.
Yeah. I'll just put it in practice. There's no point in you putting it in battle. It's got a pea shooter on it, right? But just to give you a go at flying, I'll let you have a taste of that. See if you can hit anything in the practice arena where stuff pretty much stays still. But what you have to get used to is, I don't know, you're fairly up on flying, so you'd realise there's a lot of people on the forums, right, asking how planes turn, right? And it's like, no, planes don't turn, they bang. And it seems like they have a, they just are wobbling. Now, with this, unlike the driving, because it's got jets in it, and they line up automatically with whatever axis you put them on, pressing W is just going to activate the jets. So if you have a nice run up and hit forwards, actually you might just taxi off, because it's with the addition of the armour it will dip, right? But if you hit space, you'll start to lift. Now if you keep space down and go in a straight line, it will try and loop the loop. This plane can't handle a loop the loop, right? You can barrel roll with it fine, but it will throw you. It'll like wobble round because its centre of gravity is off. But you can bank nicely and you can bring it back up with that. So here you go, I'll just show you. Taking off, I'm just holding W down, and no, it's a bit heavy, so add a bit of space bar to it, and I'm off.
So it's got plasma on it, is it?
It's got like a little pea shooter plasma cannon. That charges up as well, but it doesn't take as long. Little blue bars on the crosshairs. Oh, it was wildly off. And that's the other thing with the plane, you've got to bring it round to face the right way. Right, now you've got plenty of room to take off. Oh, you've got to accelerate into turn. So you bank with it slightly and then hit the space bar to accelerate and then level yourself back out.
You just got to keep the space bar up, pressed all the time, yeah?
Well, if you have it pressed all the time, it's constantly trying to go up, and so it will fight against certain things, and that will stall. If it gets anywhere near quarter way through trying to do a loop-the-loop, it will stall because it's just too heavy, and then you're going to end up wildly slamming down at an angle. So what you want to get used to doing is going forward, you're keeping it as
I
level
see,
as
it's
you
just
can.
like...
Yeah, and then space bar into it, and the tighter you roll, and then hit the space bar, the tighter you'll turn in the bank. You've got to remember as well, what will probably help is use the mouse wheel to zoom out a bit on the plane, so you've got a bit more of a view of it, and keep the camera up and behind you so you can see what's around. See, now try and shoot something while you're doing all this with one tiny pea shooter, it's a nightmare. Well, that wasn't far off.
Oh no.
Right, don't worry about hitting anything because you won't be doing it with a shotgun like that. Go and navigate your way through a little gully or something. Let's concentrate on just, if you can manoeuvre this plane, right, head down there and try and navigate it banking from side to side to get down here at a reasonable low level. It's not too bad. Bring your camera up where you're not going to see it, that's it. Keep on. That's it. Big handy thing is because it's got wheels, you can just bounce off or roll along the terrain. Right.
Oh, nasty.
Right, okay. Let's eject on that. Now, I'm not going to destroy that because at the minute that's my first plane that I ever got into the battleground.
But check this out.
Right. Ta-da! Yeah, and let's have this. Okay, I reckon you can hit something with it. Oh, do you want to go straight into battle, or do you want to have a practice with it?
I think I'll practice with that first.
Okay, okay, there you go.
That's one fuck off. Jet, you got on the back.
It will die. It was, oh my god, without the guns on it, it had less jets, and it flew like a peach all down. Well, that's a weird metaphor, but you should have no problem now. Just use your mouse wheel to zoom out a little bit so you can see yourself. There you go. And you should have no problem taking out the AI on this one.
Oh, it doesn't turn very well.
No, it's, you've got to, because it can't loop the loop, yeah? You've got to be careful with the steering on it. Bring it out, turn it round, level it out and take it higher before you start trying to turn into banks and stuff and get the use of it. Can you go anywhere? Can you go forwards? Just go straight up. That's the thing. Hold. There you go. Now roll it back out.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Just that guy's not really shoot at you already, but so you get yourself level. It is horrible now after what's the name, but I reckon we can build something decent for you to railgun off with all of that, because obviously it doesn't work. It's not efficient enough to be a good thing. I reckon you throw it in a couple of battles. Just bin it, press escape.
Hold on, I just want to try and get...
What you can do,
fly-
if it
fly
goes
it
upside
again.
down, press shift, and it might flip you over. Oh, there you go, you can do that again. No, just try and reverse it. Do you want me to have a go?
Hold on.
You've got to be in and back out. Right up, there you go, yeah. There you go. Wait, now start hitting your space. Spacebar. Spacebar. No, there you go. Give it to me. We've just figured it out by now.
That's a beast to fly.
You must know. No, it's not. Right, you just got to know. A beast to fly. Have you seen those massive planes that handle, like, that take shuttle parts around the world and stuff? I imagine they're a beast to fly. Try doing a loop-de-loop in one of them things. You've got to think of it as this is more like your B-52 or something. You know what I mean? So there's a knack to flying it. Much the way the small fighter was too heavily armoured. I thought though, with you being able to handle that, this wouldn't give you too much difficulty. Right, what you've got to remember with this is, unlike the other one, it constantly wants to put you in the ground, so it doesn't ever level out. When I first built it, before the addition of the guns, it leveled out, no problem, yeah? And I'm just gaining some height. And see, I'm just banking slightly more and more as I increase in height. Have you ever played, what's the name of that? It's the box set down there. The war game box set I've got, the little tabletop. It's like, what's the name of it? I wonder where that is, it must be in the living room. But that's nice, it's got like a little chart sheet that tells you at what height you can do what height you have to get your dive. Because if you don't get that height, you're not going to pull out of it. Yeah. So with this, I can, I think, loop to loop. No, can't anymore because I put guns on it. You used to be able to loop to loop. Now, the best you can do is gradually climb. But I can put it into a tight dive, yeah? And then, oh no! See, that's too much. That is not good. If you're upside down though, oh, I was going forwards, I've screwed that. If you are upside down and you've got a flat, you can just hold down and then it will take you up and then you just barrel roll out of it to be the right way. Anyway, this is a piece of junk now. It was dead nice and pretty. But now it's just way too heavy. The trouble with these is I'm not sure, because there isn't too much information on the thrusts. Like in Kerbal, I could work out whether or not these engines were efficient. You know, I don't know if that configuration of engines, some of those engines are just adding weight, they're not contributing enough. You know what I mean? But I'll take it into battle for some comedy, and then I'll strip off the weapons and you can see how it should have flown.
Was it tier 5, yeah?
Yes. So it's going to get shot to crap by tier 6 stuff. Maybe even tier 7 if I come in right at the bottom. So this is purely, it does not work, you know. The flyer I made is brilliant, stick guns on it, and then you have to start adding extra bits to try and compensate for the weight, and then the next thing is you've got a van that doesn't work. It's just horrible. But you know, it'll be what I think of is I'm essentially going to kite all of the enemy with this. So, just have to make sure I don't do it too quickly. Otherwise it's of no advantage to my team. Because I bet, yeah, the minute I go out with this I'm going to draw a hell of a lot of gunfire. Okay. Whoa, he's dead. Oh, check him out. See, now it starts flying properly. I've got lost a wing. What a shame. I've got 2 wings, both on the same side. And it's dead. Yeah, it's just crap. It's just... It was nice on paper.
We just fodder
and then, if I could have really light, high caliber weapons to pin on the wings, that would be an effective weapon. But with the choice of weapons I've got to stick on it, to get them to be decent guns, you know. What we'll do is, before we destroy it completely, we'll strip it back and see if we can tinker with it and get it to do something. And the other thing is now, because this is a large thing, it takes significantly longer to put back together. Imagine if that was just a giant thing of cubes, how long that would take. Alright, what I reckon is the best thing to do is to strip it back down to just being a good flyer, yeah? And then we try and podge on what we can in terms of weapons. Try and be careful not to destroy too many cubes. That's a wheel. But we want to leave those on because I reckon we're going to at least want that. They're the highest lasers that I've got here. And we're definitely going to have them balanced out in the design, aren't we? We can always put some little light piddly things on the wings if there's space. Now, with just those, I think we can get rid of them. How much weight has that actually got? We might have to strip all the engines off and then start building that up, because I'm, like I say, I don't think it's an efficient configuration. I think the engines weigh it down to the point of the thrust they deliver. Yeah. Also, see that? It's got a blue chassis. Originally it had an all orange chassis. No, it didn't. It was a slightly lighter configuration. I mean, when I build these, I build them all in white. And so when I add armour of different weight values, then I've got to also compensate for the difference that makes. You know, you've got to be careful where you place the blocks then as well. See now, if it's flying true, it wouldn't distort on a barrel roll, it would hold the line. So, what do you reckon? Strip the blue out?
Not sure, like, is the blue lighter?
No, the blue's the heaviest cubes I've got. So, there's probably going to be people watching this that are screaming at me where to put these things and what to do. I'm just... You have to remember as well that it is also for aesthetic purposes, because there's purely no need to double up on all the wings. You know, I could just...
more lift.
Well, no, you know, I could lose that wing section, lose that wing section, lose them. It only really needs a front set of wings and a back set of wings, but I think it added a really nice kind of glidery feel to it, and it all, like, I think it made it a lot more stable and like a nice thing to it. But anyway, I just liked the design of it. It was more for how it looked. I was trying to build like a kind of dragonfly sort of thing at first. Okay, so we've still got right now, because the jets aren't going to start with the most powerful one, at least one of them. If I put a jet on the top, when we're hitting forwards, because it's on the top, it's going to push it down. Yeah, which is weird again, because then I keep wanting to armour these things, but I realise these have actually got quite a high armour level on them themselves. See what that does. See if we can get in the air. What I want is a tiny little bounding box, but really high capacity thrust engine. That's much more like it. See, so much of that was for balancing out the guns and stuff. Now it loops the loop, but it does it really slowly. And you don't want a big arc for looping the loop. You want to be able to loop the loop in a tight arc if possible. Or you can just live with it and know that you can only do that manoeuvre at a certain height. Let's try just these. I think my original design kind of had them boxed in. How many of these have we got? 4 left. So. I saw somebody built an amazing looking X-Wing the other day, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so jealous. That's what you want. See the way I'm just holding W? It's just tipping forward slightly. So we should be able to correct that with just another couple of these, but it's not got enough power. Let's go
Why
higher.
not just get rid of some of the blocks on your wings and bring them in a bit?
Because of the radius span of putting guns on it, I wanted to have those blocks there because the bounding box of the wings interferes with the spread of your gun. Those lasers that I've got on the front, they have to be that far out of the front, otherwise they would interfere with the thing. So this is the problem. This is where you end up having to like balance things out. Yeah, at this height, I think I might get away with it. Pull up, pull up, pull up. No! Right. Exit. Yeah, the reason it's got the long arms on it is because if I got, let's say, see these, right? I can put one there and then put one there, which I couldn't do. I can do it with smaller caliber things, but I've already got blue armour on it and a load of wings and jets, so we're going to be in quite a high tier. So I would have liked to have a few of these on. Now if I change that to that, see, I can't fit any of them on that level of wing, and because of the landing gear I'm not going to be able to fit any on there. I can't fit any on there with them because it interferes. Could have one on the tail, possibly. No, you can't. Oh yeah, right, so you could have a rear one. It'll be a beast if we can sort out this design, because I do like it. We can get it doing the manoeuvres that we want, and at least say maybe one in a couple of games destroy an entire vehicle. You know, because you've got to be able to have that game where you at least fully take somebody out. Let's take it up a bit. It's turning faster. It's still tipping down.
If the wing, if you don't need more wings to give you lift, why not take some of the double back ones? Take one set of them off as well.
Because it's the design. It's what I want to see on the
Can you shorten the
battlefield.
tail a little bit? Did you lose a couple of blue boxes off the back?
Do you know what we could do? Right, this will help. No, I just want to stick everything on it. Right. Yeah, you're right. It's just they're not efficient because they're not in the game, are they really?
Unless they give you more lift, then there's no need to have more of them.
It's like entirely redundant. It's all about the efficiency and the P-flops. Why have I got?
We'll get rid of them shit.
No, that's what the wings come off.
Oh right, you're just going to put one set on?
What I'm going to do is use crappy little wings so they're at least lighter. Huh? There we go. Because if possible, before we bin off the design altogether, none of those left. Next lightest wing. Yeah, that'll be alright. Because this is one of the problems I have with the game, is that like it is like crafting in Minecraft. It is about making interesting and fun looking things, and it's just horrible. I mean, they have their place and they're brilliant and effective, but to just reduce the game to building the simplest cube of death you can, I feel is kind of missing out on the opportunity to just build something that looks sweet. You know, when you destroy somebody, you don't want to be that faceless cube. You want to be that hella sweet killing machine. Oh, it's faster, I believe. Still wants to point us down. Doesn't loop the loop. Ah, that's the other reason those arms were there for. Oh, what was I thinking? They were to stick all the jets on in combinations when we were scaling up. We'll just have to... Well, at least we've reduced the weight of the wings, right? So, let's see what kind of... Right, do you reckon I should be going for more smaller or trying to fit on a couple of large ones?
It depends what the thrust to weight ratio is, doesn't it?
I don't think it gives you enough information on this. See, if it was Kerbal, if we were playing Kerbal Space Program, I'd have that information at hand and I'd be able to work it out. But there isn't really...
But do they have the same weight or do they weigh more?
I assume they were. I mean, they've only just... Well, the thing is, the cubes didn't used to weigh any difference apart from... They all weighed 5 kilograms, except for the grey cube, which weighed more. But now they've introduced the fact that the higher tier armour weighs more as well. And the thing is, you know, if I stick one of the guns on it, right, it doesn't give me any kind of weight information for these weapons. But... it's probably related to its armour value. You know, the higher the armour value, the higher the weight, I imagine. Because there is a significant difference between sticking one of them on the end of your plane to sticking one of them. You know, so it must be to do with the armour, in which case if we're going off that, then yeah, these have a huge mass in comparison. But it doesn't.
Like to think
it's an ego, and it tells you the thrust as well. Do you have the maths knowledge to like work out the? Here you go, right? So that has a thrust of 133 and an armour of 434. Yeah, versus this which has got a thrust of 218, so that's nearly double, just a smidgen under double, but an armour of 1372.
What you want to do is divide the thrust by the armour.
Maths pro. Really?
Yeah.
Is that what I want to do?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay, so what's the other one? 1.333.
Yeah.
Divided by...
Oh, the ratio. Get ya. I understand what you're doing.
By armour is 434, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that gives you 0.3.
Yeah.
And what's the other one?
Back to here.
218. 218.667 divided by 1372.
Yep.
So that's 0.1. So that would make you think that the smaller one's got a higher thrust to weight ratio, but that's all depending on whether if that's actually valid.
In fact, we want to be tipping this craft up. So.
Yeah, put a string in them along the bottom.
Okay, let's see how much difference that makes. I guess then the big ones are maybe just for doing things like making big massive tanks more maneuverable.
I don't know, it can't be right that, like.
Well, one's about speed and one's about sheer power of force, isn't it? Like getting a tank off the ground. You know, it's like getting the that's still not tight enough.
Why don't you just try putting the bigger ones on now? Take those 3 off the bottom and replace it by a couple of big ones and see if that makes any noticeable difference.
Right. So we've quickly gone from the maths solution to the trial and error again.
Well, that would tell us if the maths solution.
Tell you what,
right.
we'll scale it up by these guys. So try these.
Only got one of them though.
Oh, only got one of them.
Try putting 2 of the massive big ones on.
Take that one off.
Yeah. So you replace 2 little ones with 3 little ones with 2 big ones.
Yeah.
And if that's noticeably better, then they've got a better thrust to weight ratio. That looks better already. Yeah, so you're better off whacking the big ones on, I reckon.
Yeah, I think if you look at the design, that's what the space was for. I think originally I had the big ones hanging in the space between the 4
On the
wings.
basis of that, I'd say put the biggest ones on your camera.
Yeah. Okay, so take you off.
But it may well be what you said, and in where you're putting them as well makes a difference.
Oh yeah, it definitely does,
it's
because
about your centre of gravity as well, and maybe having some really big ones on the bottom.
Which way it drives you, because if you've got a stick and you stick a rocket on one side, you get to the point where it's going to flip it out that way.
If you put a hover thing on the front, would that give you a lot more upward inclination?
No, I believe, like I can add helium as well, right, which will lighten the load, and if I put enough on, it will lighten it to the point where it's got a hot air balloon, but you don't want to add too much. You only want to balance it out, because otherwise it's adding a load of drag and it's fighting against the forces you're trying to use. But I'll save the helium bit for trying to balance them out, maybe adding some more guns to it. What I want to get is a nice efficient thing with the jets at the minute, or the thing that balances it out, because I think that's got to be the solid basis of it. Yeah, so I think the trouble is I've modified it a lot. The original design had a set of these on. And originally I think it had, because this could come out further, the wingspan was so that you could have one on the top and one on the bottom, and they fitted close enough together.
Could you put them inside the struts? On there and there?
Then you'd have to build the struts around it, or you'd lose the struts.
If you put it on the side there though, inside, will it go on there?
It will with some modification. You won't get two of them then, and so is that that's off to one side, isn't it? You see, I'd have to bring that back round, otherwise it's going to have a slight leaning to one side. What it could do though.
How about if you replace one of those blocks with a square one and stick that in there?
I've got it.
Oh, that might do it. More on the bottom as well.
Yeah. Oops. What? I can't see because that big jet mod. What am I doing?
You need some blocks.
I want the orange blocks then. Okay, and I've noticed this is weird now. That can also just come straight out of here. That wing isn't actually connected anymore. So we connect that wing. Anything that isn't properly connected, it might look connected, but when you go into the game, it'll just fall off, yeah. So, I can probably just move that back. See, that's the other thing, my wheels had an extravagant bending that probably wasn't required.
Right.
That's that's going to be useful.
You take that block out, can you still get the engine in, do you think?
No, it won't fit there. It will interfere with that. See? Oh? No.
Oh, there you go. Fucking sorted.
Is right. Let us be having this. So what we want here is you destroy. No. What I need now is a massive atom bomb. Just to sit in there. Oh, do you know what would be ace? Right? I'm going to put it on the forums. If it isn't already there, it needs to be there. You know the little sniper railgun? Right? Imagine if there was a block that allowed me to hold on.
One in there.
Yeah. I haven't got any of those left. It's alright. Imagine, right, if I could carry, if I could be a carrier, if I could carry one of those little
sniper things and drop them off on the top.
Because you can have people in your platoon, right? They wouldn't even need to be mobile. They could just build a small turret base. I could fly it out and drop it, and then they could pilot that gun from a fixed position. Just kind of parachute them in. Okay.
Oh, it's going to be totally OP. Got one more left. You could stick it on the bottom.
Let's see. Because you've got to remember the weight you're adding to it as well with each rocket. That's the really hard bit you've got to figure, because you'd think you could just stick as many engines as you like on it, but then of course you're adding. That's so close to what I want. Let's see if it's actually any better without those engines. Right, let's take off new. I mean, I'll have a look at what tier we're in, but I've got a feeling those jets and the blue armour, like, you could reduce the blue armour, that would reduce the weight by a significant amount. See, that's actually slightly better, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, because you've got to get that fine balance between the thrust and the weight you're adding to it with the thrust generator. Right. What have we got? We've got 11, so... Oops. What I originally had was just the H chassis and the core block. So you've got to remember as well, when I built this, it was built in white. The whole thing was white, so it was perfectly balanced.
I mean, given that it's the outside bits that are going to go first, it's no point having a solid and a core, because you know, if all you're left with is a core of blue stuff, you're already fucking dead.
Yeah. I think that's it. Well, essentially,
maybe
what you build,
white stuff in the
what
middle,
you want to do is build something where you're nimble enough to avoid taking too much fire. You know, if we get it down to being nimble enough, and we're going to have to come to the point where we lose wings, aren't we? Because they're just...
It depends whether they increase your lift or not.
They increase your lift. That's a good point. Right. So... let's bite the bullet on the design. For now, let's just get something we can go and kill people with from the skies, eh? I'm worrying about it looking like an awesome thing for a later date.
We'll give that a go, because you've just lost 6 wings. See if
If I've done that, I should bring this into there and lose that square.
Block there as well?
Well, no, that's it. Now I can get rid of that block on either side and shunt those up and over, can't I? So as well as losing the wings, I can move this out. So I'll keep the other side for reference, and we'll move that jet up. Which jet is it? One of these. Is it?
Wasn't
no,
it?
it's the biggest one I've got left, yeah. Okay, so that was there. And then we just had a couple of triangles down to this.
Still not symmetrical, that, is it?
No, it won't be, because I haven't done the other side yet.
Right, okay.
I just left the other side there. What that needs to be shunted up to that cube, yeah? So that fits on there. I just wanted to leave that as a reference, so now how long this needs to be when I build it. Just 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. You'll notice there'll be a hell of a difference just because I've got rid of that blue. That will have been a lot of weight per cube. And that's why I stuck it all down the back end. A, to hold the tail on the rudder in place, but also so the weight tipped it to going up.
Oh, you definitely don't need those extra wings then, do you?
Oh no, you didn't need them at all. They were pure, like, yeah. That was just something I envisaged.
Oh, you forgot the wheel on one side as well.
Yeah. Oops, that will be, oh sure, put that on. Silly me. Yeah. If you extended that wingspan out, so it could hold another one of those, but then you don't know whether that's going to be pushing it down because it's on the top. You really don't need all of this to get the wheels out. Let's stick a wheel on it. Oh, what have I done? No, I don't want to do that. Maybe actually the lift, as you say, is important. So let's stick. Did I already have these wings on?
Not sure.
Were they the same ones?
They look a bit bigger.
And of course, does it make a difference as to where those wings are positioned in relation to the jets, as well as
Probably,
the jets to the centre of axis, you see?
Well, the more weight you've got on the fronts, the more it's going to weigh the front end down, isn't it?
See what that's like. I bet if you took those guns off now anyway, it'd be flying like a beast. Let's say goodbye to the blue.
It might be because you've got such a long tail that it's not getting round. If you brought the tail in, surely it's going to loop
right
higher.
How many cubes has that got before that gun point reaches there? I can take one cube out.
Try that. Take one of the heavier one out. The blue.
And then I've got to shift the whole tail on.
I know, yeah, that's a pain. You can't grab and
Isn't
move.
it? Oh, it's only 4 things really, isn't it? It's only 4 things when you think about it. It's just the gun. Well, there's only 3 things. So I'll leave the blue and take you out. Okay, let's see how many we have to get this out before we can get the gun on it.
I get that blue one off as well. I don't think you need it.
The blue one is protecting my chassis. You reckon we don't need it?
Yeah, I'd say, you know, I mean, that's not the bit that's going to get hit, is it?
Okay, and one more is how many do these have? That's 1, 2, 3 cubes, so maybe on this cube we can have the gun. I've got 2 of these, there's another one we could cram on. Have I accidentally clicked one off?
No.
No? Then again, it's just adding huge more weight to it. But you could. Except I don't know if that would do anything. I think it would. It's going to interfere with the rudder anyway. But the problem that you have is in the movement. Right, that rudder we can have there. Oh, we can have those there.
I reckon that would look a lot better.
Probably, yeah. It's got a shorter way to go around, hasn't it? It's nose heavy though. Significantly more nose heavy without the tail to balance it out. So when you're coming out the loop, it's crashing you into the dive. I think before it was, you know, balancing out the front end.
It's all fucking...
Oh, it's a
balancing, isn't it?
Head foot. completely, you know. I reckon we lose the blue at least so we're on a level playing field. And then we could always use blue as a counterbalance. And then don't forget the helium. Oh, I forgot the helium. Never mind. Right. Oh, no.
Just try sticking the helium tap. Yeah, that's it.
Don't want to stick too many on, because like I say, if you get too many on and it starts generating an uplift, that interferes with it as well. Of course, being part of the dance of balance. Right, still wants to nosedive. But we can handle, can we? Yes. We can almost handle loop-the-loop on takeoff, which is what
those two guns on the top.
Oh yeah, yeah. If we can find a more balanced place for them to go, because now the nose is.
Can we go one square back?
No, because of the turning arc of the gun. That's why they've got it. That's why I had them on the front and then the long tail to balance it out. What we could do. I just deleted something from behind, you can see it. Cube Go particularly. I haven't got rid of anything essential there, have I? No. Alright then. So we've lost weight off the front. Yeah. Those are there. Those are there. Let's see what I can do this. This is probably, you see, and then I've got to do this for each one, so this is doubling up the weight of the cubes to stick them on the front. See how it flies anyway. Right, well we're now, is it still?
It still wants to dive, doesn't it?
Still wants to dive because the tail's too far forwards. But we can do a loop-the-loop. You know. If we could distribute the weight more efficiently, because now the jets, as well, for the lift they're putting up, they also need to be on, I think, equal sides. So maybe if we have, if only you could swap those middle jets out for those top guns, that would be so good. But because of the turning arc, do you want to play with it? If it gets destroyed, it gets destroyed. The design wasn't working, that's already out the window.
Shame you can't save your designs as well, like blueprints.
Well, you can, you just buy another bay. You know?
Yeah, but yeah.
you know, you could just level down the guns on it, and then they require less room, and you know, you could build a tiny fighter. You just got to weigh up the maneuverability. You could make all of that out of white stuff, make it tier 1, and just have a light nimble frame with a decent jet on it. See if we can get it in tier 1 as an effective fighter. So by all means, destroy it, start from scratch, because it's gone past the point of, you know, there's a bit where you've got to say, right, you're fighting the design, and that's not helping you, you know. Just remember to check it every now and practice before you get too far along with it, otherwise you might be overcompensating for something. Cheers.
Well, that's no space.
Excellent, so we're level.
So those top ones can't really point down that well, can
no, you can't. They're for stuff that's above you and in front of you only. We could switch. I've only got tier 1 front-facing guns as well, which is really what you want on something like that. But again, I was going to twin set it. Why don't you destroy it? Start from scratch. Take your tank out. Then you've got, well, you might not even have to take your tank out, you could just take the plasmas off it if you need it, and you could always build yourself a light bomber for tier 1.
Okay, I've got a bit of an idea then.
Alright. Bye bye. Okay, just stop that a sec. Oh, and what I'm going to do is just say